Hello YouTube, this is Torque943. I'm hunting for every single modder that I can find. Modder, game designer, model creator, coder, particle maker, any kind of those kind of guys. Now the reason why I'm saying this is because I'm working on a full conversion mod for the source engine. It's going to be a survival horror mod called Once Upon a Plague. It's going to be about a 15-year-old kid who gets involved in a outbreak incident. Now I'm going to post the story inside of the description and some of the facts about it, but this mod's going to be worked on for about 6 to 3 years, and I'm not really going to give up on it. I'm not going to be working on this non-stop, so don't expect this to come out early. I'm going to be working on it with a couple of my friends, or unless I find, a lot more mod developers. And as you can tell by these pictures here, they're way beta. These pictures were taken in Gary's mod, actually, but it gives you a feel of what it's going to be like. I'm focusing on realism and sorry if I'm guessing too much. The choices the player makes in the game, depends on how their ending's going to be. There's going to be 3 alternate endings: a good ending, a bad ending, and a neutral ending. Now I'm going to make this sort of like Amnesia, and when I mean that, there's not going to be that much combat at all. There are going to be cutscenes and triggers and all kinds of this kind of stuff, though. And I'm hunting for mod designers or developers or even creators that could help me out with this. I was going to use this mod as only a source engine mod, nothing else. But if it has to go to Half-Life 2 or anything like that, like a Half-Life 2 mod, because I am using the HL2 engine, I will go there. But there's going to be no hood. It's going to be focused mainly on realism and escape. Not much combat, like I said. Escape, stealth, and puzzles. I'm focusing on originality of the original survival horror games, where you don't really, it's not all about violence, about running around shooting everything. Take Resident Evil 1996, for instance, or Resident Evil 1999. Because I'm saying this does not mean the mod's going to suck, because there's not really any that much violence. I mean, yeah, dude, there is going to be violence. But there's not going to be like non-stop, or like in Left 4 Dead, where all you go through is blasting zombies with a shotgun. The infecteds on this ain't exactly going to be zombies neither. They're going to still have a state of mind. It's just that they're going to be psychotic, deranged maniacs. I was planning on putting a breath system in the mod where you can't sprint fully, and you can run out of breath sprinting too much. And an adrenaline system, which means if you get bashed by an enemy, like with a weapon or by them, your adrenaline will kick in and you'll be able to run off that. But after you run out of adrenaline, you have to catch all your breath back, and you stand there in that one position till you catch it back, which leaves you vulnerable to enemies, which means they can kill you. But anyway, if any combat, it's going to be rare, because most of the combat in this is going to be like weapons of opportunity. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, saying like a brick on the ground or a fence post. I was planning on putting a gun in this game, but I'm just going to go ahead and give you guys the warning. Ammo is not going to be found After you pick up the gun, save its ammunition, because I'm not going to give you no other clips but the clip in the gun and one extra clip, and that's it throughout the entire game. But enemies will not pop up at the beginning of the game. They'll pop up after the first 3 days. This game's going to span over 8 days. Well, 8.5 days due to the virus that's out on it. And the enemies will come in the 3-day span. Once 3 days are over. The first few days, the virus is just going to kill people. It's just going to be hazardous. One shot by any gun will kill you. It don't matter what spot it is. If you're shot and you're a 15-year-old in the middle of that kind of situation, do you actually think you're going to live through it? I don't think so. It's either you'll get infected or you'll be killed by an enemy of some sort. But that's being shot. You will die instantly. If you get bashed upon the head with a weapon because of an enemy, I am going to put a bandaging system in the game, which means that you will get to bandage your wounds. And I already have a few game designers and concept artists working on this. I just need some coders, mappers, professional organic model designs, like the hands. And it's sort of going to be like Mirror's Edge when it comes to the parts. Not where you... Well, I mean, by that, I mean, it's not exactly like jumping over buildings and so, but I'm going to let it show your feet and arms, and whenever you try to jump and grapple onto something, it'll show your hands, and it'll show yourself being pulled up. Pulled up from the area that you jump to. But if you hit your chest in the process while trying to grapple hold of that, it'll knock your breath out, and you'll have to, see if the character and use the controls to keep the character from falling off. Like, for instance, if you try to jump on a platform and hit your chest, you're going to slide backward and begin to fall backward and die, because it's a high distance. You have to use your guy's strength in order to not fall and crawl back up there to safety. Now, when you crawl and jump and, push yourself up, it's going to make your breath go down. This game's mostly focused on stealth, running away, and the thing I'm focused on is not exactly pop-outs and scariness. I'm focusing on environment, the feeling of being completely alone, the enemies themselves, but I'm not going to make the enemies, look so disfigured and, screwed up like Amnesia is. But, I'm hunting for concept artists, coders, particle makers, anything that can help with the modding team. And I need anybody that could do French dialogue. I already have a French dialogue person, but I need people that can do dialogue, like in subtitles, Spanish, German. It could be anything. I just need people for this, okay, guys? Can you do this for me? But that's all I have for now to say. I just started on this mod with my friends 3 days ago, so it's still going to be in the making for a long time. Well, thank you guys for your support if you want to help out. So, I'll see you next time. This is Torque943 signing out.